Charlie, I guess start with your thoughts on still playing in mid-November and being alive in the postseason.
Yeah, I think we're really happy as a team to be definitely make it through the first round. You never want to go out in the first round, so yeah, we're really happy to advance and fully focused on the weekend.
And then for you specifically, the form you've kind of been on, getting this team out of some tough spots over the last month and a half or so. What's been the biggest difference for you maybe the last 6 weeks?
Yeah, obviously I've scored some important goals, but most of all the rest of the boys have been doing a great job as well. Like if you look at 4 clean sheets in a row compared to how many goals we conceded throughout the year, we've really turned it on now, and that's credit to the rest of the boys, to be honest.
Have you enjoyed the change in shape that's allowed you guys to have a little bit more defensive solidity and gotten you more goal scoring opportunities?
Yeah, definitely. 5 at the back's worked, so we're going to keep sticking to that, and it's bred a lot of confidence within the team. So we know we got so many good attacking players, and even coming off the bench, I think we were a little bit frustrated not to score more at the end of the game against El Paso. We probably could have been a little bit more composed in our finishing. But yeah, we'll take the win and move on.
Obviously with Colin out injured these last couple of weeks, you've had Asel playing as the wing back on the one side. How do you think he's stepped up into that role? Yeah,
I think he's done pretty well. Pittsburgh, obviously, it's a tough place to play, always a tight game. And then he done well again at the weekend, so the more he plays there, the more confidence he'll get, and hopefully he can keep moving in the right direction and having good performances.
Is there a difference, in how you have to approach a game when he's there as opposed to, say, having Colin there?
Yeah, obviously, I think the dynamic was a bit different. Me and Colin started to build a good relationship, so it was unfortunate that he got injured because we were working together well and defensively and going forward. So, but yeah, Axel's just doing a great job as well.
Charlie, after scoring that penalty, can you just take us through your emotions and what was going on inside your head?
Yeah, obviously extremely happy. Like to score in the playoffs, it means even more. I know what it means to the fans. Like we could see them come out, so it was just like such a good moment right at the end of the game as well. We knew that if we scored there, we're probably going to win. So yeah, it was special, man.
We also saw you guys after the game go over to celebrate with the fans. What does that away support mean for you guys?
Yeah, exactly. We're nothing without them. We wouldn't be playing for anything. So for them to spend time and money to come and watch us play, it really means a lot. And we can hear them, we notice them. So we look forward to the same as well.
Going back to that scene in El Paso, walking off the field, their fans are jeering at you.
Yeah.
What is that, how do you want to take that role into Tulsa, into a similar environment?
Yeah, I think I can speak for most of the boys here. They love playing when the crowd's getting after it. It gives you that energy to sort of push back and try and do even more for your team. So if there's no fans in the stadium, it wouldn't be as fun. So obviously, we know Tulsa get a good crowd over there, so we're going to look to do the same and upset them as well.
What do you remember about the other Tulsa matches this year? I think you featured in 2 of them, missed the first one, but...
I think I only played the last one away from home.
Yeah, what do you remember about that match then?
Yeah, it's another baseball pitch, so it's obviously different. A lot smaller field. Some of the area to play on is a lot tougher. And they're going to be good at home. They get to play on that all year. They get used to it. So it's going to be a different to a game on a pitch that we have here. So we're going to have to adapt to that and sort of be smart in that sense. But yeah, it's going to be a tight game, I'm sure.
Does the way that they play on that narrow pitch, the direct style, make
yeah.
it even that much more suffocating in a sense?
Yeah, it can be if they get on top and start putting pressure on you, and then the crowd gets involved. We have to do our best to stay focused and not sort of let the outside noise get involved. Otherwise, you've seen when teams have a good home support, it can get suffocating, and we just have to do our best not to let them get momentum into the game. Yeah.
Is there any way to prepare for a field like that here, or do you just kind of have to break it, get used to it as you're on the field there?
Yeah, honestly, it's one of the things that's pretty frustrating as a player because you don't get to showcase yourself fully. If you're playing on a pitch we've had grass just put over the top, it's a lot tougher to control the ball, run with the ball, even try and get a shot off is just way less time and space to sort of be able to manoeuvre.
We saw a very low number of goals scored this past weekend, especially compared to prior years in the first round of the playoffs. What do you think goes into that with the struggles teams have had in terms of scoring?
Yeah, I think just teams don't want to give up any opportunities, especially in the first half. It's pretty similar in our game. It's just tough to break a team down, especially if they're dropping like a lot of men behind the ball. But as the game goes on, sort of moments open up, so we have to be patient in our play and just trust that we're going to get an opportunity, because we know we've got players to put the ball in the back of the net, really.
When you see a lot of the higher seeded teams around the league falling in the first round, does that give you guys confidence that you can really go on a run this year?
Yeah, definitely. I think the better the teams that get knocked out, it's more of an opportunity for us to take, but then we also can't underestimate anyone, because there's obviously a reason they've beaten the other team. So everyone can play. And we just got to keep taking the confidence that we've been doing, because I feel like within the group we're going in the right direction and we've hit form at the right time.
How much of you guys as a group maybe leaned on the 4 players that were here and some of the coaches, Corey Darnell, that were here in 2023 when it was all the road games, traveling in the playoffs and needing to win away from home?
Yeah, they've obviously lived it. They've done the right things, but obviously every year is different as well. But yeah, they prepare us as much as they can. They give us the right amount of information that we need to go out there and sort of still play our own game, but also be aware of what the opponent's got in their locker. So, yeah.
Obviously, the news broke yesterday about North Carolina not going to be fielding a team next year. Just, from your perspective as a player in this league, and knowing that some players, they've been blindsided by that, right?
Yeah.
They don't have a job next year. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, for them it's extremely tough, because there's not much notice for them. So I hope they can all figure their situations out. And obviously you see a lot of good things happening around the league, but it's sometimes like one step forward and then 2 back as well. So obviously I've been playing in the USL for a while. From where it was to where it is now is way better, but I still think it's way below the sort of standards that it should be, especially with some of the fields, like stuff like that, and the care the players get. But obviously that stuff doesn't change overnight, so hopefully in the future some of that will get addressed.
And Charlie, over in Tulsa, they're expected to have a sellout and fans, so how are you preparing to deal with that tougher atmosphere compared to El Paso?
Yeah, I think sometimes it's better to play away, that we can feed off that energy. It always gets us going when you want to sort of make them go quiet, and it can mean even more. So yeah, just nothing really changes, to be honest.